Good morning. Well, it is day 6 of our Sourdough Starter, and we need to feed it again this morning. And I'd like to show you it is Thursday, and I took my original starter out. I have sourdough rising there for bread, and there is something that I did that I usually don't do is I put my starter in the fridge on Sunday morning after I took some out for sourdough bread, and I fed the starter. I put it in the fridge. So I took it out yesterday morning, and during yesterday, at one point yesterday, I thought about maybe making sourdough bread every single morning or most of the morning for breakfast for the kids. And I decided to feed it in the morning yesterday. So I fed it, and it didn't rise like within 2 hours. It didn't double in size or anything like that. But by the end of the day, when I'm done working for my employer, I mean, it was more than double. So after I was done cooking dinner, I scooped some out, and I mixed with 6 cups of flour and 2 cups of water and 2/3 cups of sugar. That's what the sourdough bread that is here is. And I didn't think that it's going to rise well, for that simple reason that I didn't give the starter time to come to life, But it is 2:33 this morning, and you can see that it is overflowing there. So even though I didn't take it out, feed it for days, and the reason why I took it out yesterday is so that I can use it on Saturday evening. That's what I usually do. So, and I was thinking about feeding it, in fact, feeding it evening of yesterday, and then I will feed it every evening until Saturday evening when I take it out to feed it. When I take some out to feed the starter, what I took out, I will make sourdough pizza Sunday lunch with that, and then I will take some out in the morning of Sunday to make sourdough bread. But just taking it out yesterday, feed it yesterday, and use it yesterday, well, that's just a proof that it can be done. So now there is another thing that I noticed as well is I have all the starter brewing there with flour, but it didn't affect our starter at all. Day 2 of our sourdough starter, it was close to from 1.5 cup, the original level of the mixture, it went past 2 cups in a matter of hours, and there was a lot of heat involved here, and there was sourdough bread rising and sourdough starter there as well. And I believe it was Saturday, so Saturday or Sunday, so yeah, Saturday. And I thought maybe it was the heat here that helps it rise, or having those starters here, maybe there was a lot of culture in the air. But I can say run up that we can rule that the later one out. It's not because I have starter here and sourdough bread rising that has affected my sourdough starter to rise. I think it will be cooking, baking that warm up the area to help the starter rise on day 2. That would be my guess. So now I'm going to bring our starter. It is rising slowly as I will have projected, beside that incredible rise on day 2. So let's take a look at it, and we are going to feed it. And as you can see it, don't know if I will be able to locate it well here, but that's 2 cups right there, and it is right below it, so it is a little bit higher than yesterday, but not quite 2 cups. So I will say that, and that's the original level of the mixture. Oh, sorry, that's the original level of the mixture, and it rose this far, and it has been close to that yesterday. So let me show you inside of it. Hold on, let me turn it a little bit. And you can see there are bubbles in it. So, and I don't know how liquidy. Yeah, it is liquidy. So yeah, and you can see how liquidy it is. So let's get started. I have my things here already, and let me just wash my hands. As we have been doing it, we'll put 1 cup of flour, half cup of water, filtered water, and half cup of sourdough starter, and that's half cup that I'm going to use. So I'm going to take 2 of these for flour, and 1 of these for water, and 1 of these for the starter, and put it here. So let's take some water. And I'm just going to mix it up. So we just mix it together. Well, and you can still see some flowers in it, so I'm just going to continue doing that. If I was not using the same cup to measure everything, it could be a good idea to put the starter in it first and then add the water or add the water, add the starter, and then add the flour. But it doesn't really matter how you layer those ingredients. It might just take a little longer to get the flour off the bottom of the jar. And at this point, I think we got everything mixed up well. I'll just scrape the edges of the jar, and the well scraped it is, the easier it is for us to see how far it rose as well. Let's see where we have the cup here. Yeah, so that's the cup here. Intentionally, I'm just going to make sure I scrape this area well. If I can scrape all the edges well, that would be great. And I like to have this cup size facing where I will just come and read it, so I don't open the lid necessarily. I'll just lift the tower and I will look at how far it rose. So that's our mixture here, and let me put this somewhere here. That's 1 cup here, that's 1.5. Well, it is below 1.5. That's half here, and that's the mixture down there. So I don't think so. Once everything leveled up, we'll be able to tell what is the exact level of it, but at this point is between 1 cup and 1.5, so it's somewhere in the middle. And I'll just keep an eye on it to see how far it will get today. So I'm going to put my lid on top of it, and I'll just move it to the corner of the fridge. And probably this morning when I start baking, I don't know how that is going to affect that. I'm just going to make sure my cover is well down but not tight. And I think I'm just going to use this towel to cover. I want to make sure I have my 2 cups. Yeah, I have my cups facing where I can easily read it without disturbing the culture. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Afiavi, original Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel and owners of Ninaso. And our website is ninaso.com.